Hey, so it's Tom Snow. Uh, I figured I'd make a very brief video for you if you wanted to have a little bit of commentary on the solo changes to 88 Basie Street. Now, I will say there is a solo that's written to this chart, but which is fantastic. So excuse me, please, feel at liberty to play the solo as it's written. Maybe it would be a great exercise anyway. And when you do that, I really challenge you to feel real laid back in the eighth note swing feel that you get. So, for example, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Anyway, you get the idea. I botched the last measure of the example, of course, but really thinking ba-ding, ding, ga-ding, ding, ding, da-ding, ding, ding, and a super, super laid back feel. The other thing you might consider if you want to play that, great. If you want to stretch out on your own and explore, just thinking about the standard chord scales that go with those chord changes, and I'll just talk them down very briefly. D13 is, of course, a dominant chord. Mixolydian is great. F minor 6. Dorian is fantastic. C6-9. Ionian is great. I'd avoid the fourth scale degree. E flat diminished, the octatonic scale, whole step, beginning with the whole step, whole half, whole half, whole half, sim dim as they call it. You occasionally get into this F minor major 7 where you might favor melodic minor, or that has a natural 7 as opposed to the Dorian, which has a flat 7. Some passing chords like G minor 6 over B flat, that's in bar 14. Arpeggio is always great, but Dorian will work right out of the gate. You've got a dominant flat 9 chord in bar 16. It could be mixo flat 9. It could be the altered scale. It could be the symmetrical diminished scale, beginning with the half step from the root, not the whole step from the root, the half step from the root. And I think that'll kind of get you there. Another piece of commentary is like when you get into bars 27 and 28, sometimes to me it's important to think about the guide tone line at that point because the chords change so rapidly, and that helps to give me some glue between the chord changes. So for example, bar 27 you have the guide tones of E minor 7, which are G and D, and if you look at the guide tones of the next chord, they're almost exactly the same. That G comes up to A flat. Now you have A flat and D. The next chord is A9. Both of these go down a half step. And for E flat 13, they stay the same. And then for D9, they go down another half step. So you get that sort of, a much more smoother line connecting those particular chord changes. So in summary, here is a quick solo over those 32 bars. And I'll articulate what I'm thinking. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Mixolydian. Dorian. Chromatic passing. Ionian. Focusing on the chord. Sim dim, Dorian, melodic minor, Dorians, Ionian, passing, arpeggio approach, alter do ba do, mixolydian, Dorian. arpeggio approach. And those lines at the end were simply Mixolydian. So you may want to practice those chords individually, getting to know their arpeggio, frontwards, backwards, upside down, the whole thing. The scales that are sort of are appropriated per chord change as your sort of mental warm-up. And then once you're sort of prepared when you see a chord change, what the available notes are under your fingers. From there, use that as a springboard for finding beautiful melodies. So hope that helps.